Hey guys, welcome to Nancy's ABCs of Travel. This is a channel where I usually equip you to get jobs abroad. Okay, it doesn't matter which particular job. I usually transverse borders, be it New Zealand, be it Australia. I cover scholarships, I cover caregiving, I cover cruise ship jobs, I cover seasonal jobs. Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing to this particular channel and also turn on the notification bell so when I upload a new video, you'll be the first one to know. So today's video, this particular video is going to be talking about the cruise ship jobs, which right now are the real deal. Why do I say that they are the real deal? First of all, I usually cover care industry because that is my area of specialty, but being out there on TikTok predisposed me. It actually predisposed me, and I had a lot of public outcry, and I found out that there are so many people that don't have jobs, that are trying to get jobs. They are trying to better their lives, to make ends meet for their family. So it got me thinking, what else could I do? Because let's just talk facts right now. Everybody's trying to get a COS to the UK as a caregiver. All the time, I always recommend my viewers, or everybody who's watching me, or everybody who's coming across this video, is that to fully equip yourself. If you are watching me for the first time, now, what do I mean by fully equipping yourself? Now remember, maybe you have done a certificate course in caregiving that is particular to UK, for example. You've been applying endlessly for these particular jobs. You can't get these jobs. Now, I always recommend people not to put their eggs in one basket, because you may never know where you are going to fall, or which is the time of your visitation. So you might do a job in the cruise ship industry for maybe a minimum of 6 months, and then by the time you've finished your cruise ship job, the 6 month contract, after that you find maybe your job in the caregiving industry just opens up. So now that is what I'm talking about. Always equip yourself to become a better person, or always want to look for money. Always look for money, because tomorrow when you grow old, what's going to happen to you? So this is the time not to get lazy. This is the time to equip yourself, revamp. Yeah, so somebody will ask me, Nancy, what is required when you are working in a cruise ship? Now, the requirements are minimum age is 21 and above. They actually don't have a maximum age, but obviously you cannot work when you're 90 years old, right? Yeah. Another thing is language. Most people would ask me, what is the language required? Now, these I don't always talk about the language per se, because it depends with where you're going to be working, the requirements as the particular ship you're going to be working, or you're applying for the job. So you might find others are asking for, Arabic, others asking for French, depending on the headquarters or the origin of the cruise line that you have applied for a job and have been posted to work in. But this is what I'm going to say. English is mandatory. English is mandatory, especially for all the cruise lines that are based in Australia or maybe in America. Fine? Yeah. So that is what you need to know. You need to talk fluent, because remember, you cannot afford for language to be a barrier when it comes to working on board a cruise line, because you're going to be dealing with a lot. Another requirement is going to be a police clearance from your country. Remember, that is usually in most cases when you're applying for a job, depending on whichever the country you are applying to. Remember, this is also very, very sensitive. You're going to be transversing borders, and you are going to need a police clearance certificate. Okay? Yeah, you're gonna need a police clearance certificate when you are applying for these cruise ship jobs. Another question people ask is, what do I gain from working in the cruise ship industry? Now, what do you gain? Obviously, you gain exposure. Obviously, working in a cruise ship is fun. You're going to be traversing borders, traversing the oceans, Yeah, and you're going to have everything. Everything is an advantage for you because you're going to be paid. Your money is not even taxed. Okay? You're going to have fun on board. Everything is catered for. So, what else? What else would you want? What else would... Okay, others would ask, what time or what duration will I be at sea? What duration of time will I be working at sea? First of all, I would say is that it depends with the particular cruise line or cruise ship that is going to be hiring you. So I'm not in a position to say. So it depends with the advert. Yeah, so another requirement is a passport. You're gonna need a passport that has been valid for at least it depends, but others ask for a passport that has been valid for more than 5 months. And also you're gonna need a visa. Okay, yeah, they might need you to apply for a visa, but they are going to do that at a later stage. Okay, yeah, others, if you have the visa, depending on the location, depending whether it's an on board or a land-based job, they might require you to have a visa. But now I always tell people that if you want to have a high chance of getting a job on board a ship, okay, not on a particular cruise line, let's not talk an on board, because they are usually land-based jobs. They are also sea-based or ocean-based, or you know what I mean. So if you want to work on board a ship, you might be required to do a course called the STCW course. Okay, yeah, so it depends with the particular cruise ship that is going to be hiring you. In Kenya, I am a Kenyan, I'm so sorry to say so, but in Kenya, if you come from Kenya, there is an STCW training facility in Mombasa, Bandari to be precise. There's also one in Murang'a, and there's also one in Kisumu. So for other nationalities, what you're going to do is to use your Google and also look for the nearest STCW trainings academy that is pertaining to your country. For South Africa, there is a school called Shosholoza. There is a school, an online, it's not an online school, but there's an academy called Shosholoza. Yeah, so that is where you're going to be undertaking your STCW training. And now, which visa requirement? Okay, what visa type are you going to be using while working on board a cruise ship? Now, the visa type, there are 3 types of visas. There is a C1 visa, there is a D visa, and there is a C1D visa. Now, a C1 visa allows you to dock, let me call it dock, to dock in the USA. So that visa type allows you to dock in the USA. As the cruise is docking, it allows you to dock. Okay, it permits you to dock. Okay, yeah, it also permits you to dock. in the USA. Okay, yeah. Now, when you are applying for your visa, depending on the cruise line that is hiring you, they will cater for the expenses. Others will usually cater for the expenses, or they tell you to cater for your expenses and then they reimburse you afterwards. So now this can it can be a two-way thingy. It can be a two-way thingy. You might be required to do your own visa, okay, or you might be required to do your own visa and also be reimbursed of the funds that you have used. Now, depending on the job type that you are applying for, you are required to do training. Okay, you are required to do training, of which if depending on the cruise line that is hiring you, they might even get somebody on board your ship to train you when you are in the ship, when you are working. Others will require you to do that training when you're still on land in your particular country, and they're going to send you a handler if there is no academy per se. So you don't have anything to worry about when it comes to getting a cruise ship job. Now, people always ask me, Nancy, which jobs would you recommend us to apply for in a cruise ship? Which jobs would you recommend when applying for? So people always ask me, which are the jobs that you would recommend that a person who is starting on this particular industry with? Now, I always recommend the galley attendant or galley steward. Okay, basically what a galley is, a kitchen on board a ship. Now, another one is a housekeeper. You can work as a housekeeper on board a ship, and the requirements are just as a housekeeper. Another one is a bell boy or a butler, bell handler. Yeah. So basically what you're going to be doing is assisting in the luggage, in bringing in or bringing out the luggage, or helping around the visitors with their luggage. And another one is a cook. A cook right now is highly recommended to be applying for a job because there are so many vacancies across almost all the cruise lines. So a chef also, pastry chef or a commis chef, all those things are to be considered. But basically, when you're applying for a job in the cruise ship industry, you need to know that there are so many jobs, because this is like a large hotel which is on board a ship. So there is always a doctor, there's always an engineer, there has to be a nurse, there has to be an entertainer, there has to be so many categories of jobs. So that should not limit you in applying for a job in the cruise ship. Now, this is what I always tell people. If you are applying for a job on board a cruise ship, go for the ones that are in the oceans department or the river department or on the ship. Don't go applying for the jobs on land. They have other people that always are competing for that. And also it depends in the particular cruise line that is hiring or that is airing out these positions. They always have maybe a specific job offer for specific nationalities. So if you're coming from maybe Africa, please do not go and apply for jobs that are on shore or land-based. Okay, so because I've really talked, let me just go straight to showing you the job opportunities that are on that are available right now in the cruise ship industry. Remember, you're going to need an ATS compliant CV, depending on the particular job description that you are interested in applying for. So thank you for watching. Continue watching. Yeah, so as I was saying, that as you can see, there's land-based careers in Carnival Cruises, and there's also shipboard careers. And I said, if you are not an American citizen, please do not think about applying for the land-based careers. You have minimal chances of getting those jobs, and so just go to the ship board. On board a ship, as you can see, they have the marine and technical operations, they have the hotel operations, specialty, entertainment, stroke youth, the medical, the casino. And as you can see, if you were with me 2 days ago live and also yesterday, you can see that the jobs have been updated on a daily basis. So it is your job. When you see this website, put it in somewhere, write it down, come to this particular website and look for the jobs, because they usually update it on a daily basis. It is your job to come and check the jobs that are available, and if you can qualify, you just go ahead and apply. So the job description today is a patissier, an assistant patissier, and a security officer. So for me, I don't know what a patissier is, but I have to go there so that I can show you what is a patissier. So a patissier is a person who produces desserts and pastries for guests and crew consumption as the company's standards and specifications. So basically, you are a pastry chef. Yes. So your work is going to be assisting the chef de partie. Okay. So when you go, if you have the necessary skills or qualifications, just go and apply. So the next one I'm going to cover today is the Viking cruises. As you can see, there's the ocean, there's also the river. Okay. Yes, there's the ocean and also the river. In this particular cruise ship, how to navigate this particular website is you have to apply in the oceans. Don't apply in the river. Apply in the oceans. So I'm going to go straight to the oceans department. Don't apply for the river. As you can see, there are so many jobs. There's a chef de cuisine, there's a head cleaner, there's assistant excursion manager, there's an assistant chef de partie, there's also a tailor, there's also a field scientist, there's also a stage manager, there's also a chef de partie, there's also a technician lighting, assistant system manager, a chief scientist, a sauce chef, an executive chef, and a cruise director. So if you have the necessary skills, please just go ahead and apply. But I said that if you are a beginner, go and apply for a job title such as the head cleaner. Let's just go there and see what it has. So the purpose of position: the head cleaner must be familiar with the entire food operation and assist the kitchen steward. So we said a kitchen steward is to clean the kitchen. Okay. So basically, cleaning the kitchen. So you clean this and store kitchenware and yeah. So basically, this is a job for you. Yes, but this one, they want a person who has a shipboard experience. Okay. Yeah. So just go and apply.